What's up, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. It's currently 5:14 in the morning, and I just finished recording the Dating is Draining video. If y'all haven't seen that, go check that out. But anyway, y'all, this topic has been on my mind, and you read the title. Failure is the most beautiful part of life. And y'all, I want y'all to understand something, man. The reason that I say this is failure is it's pure, bro. It's so pure. Like there's not many things in life that are pure, but failure is so pure. And we often want to associate failure with a negative feeling, but whole time it really shapes us. It shows us who we are. Failure really shows us so much of what and who we are, because the way you react to failure really shows what type of person you are. Hold on, let me move my ring light. Alright, boom. So the way that you react to failure really shows who you are as a person. Some people, they fail, they get back up, they brush themselves off, and they become great. Some people, they fail and they fold and crack under pressure. And there is no end all be all to how you respond, because you can always change how you react to failure. Like for me, I used to be one of those type of people where I would fall. If I failed, I would be down on myself. I would beat myself up. I would hate who I was. I would just really be harsh on myself for failures. But now I understand that in order for me to grow, in order for me to develop as a man, I have to fail, because life is all just a lesson, right? It's all just one big lesson where we are here on this earth and we go through human experiences. We go through heartbreak. We go through loss of people. We go through ups, downs, trials, tribulations to take us to that next level. And if you didn't go through these failures, you would always stay the same. You would just plateau and you would be stuck in this same spot in life. And as humans, we always like to see results. We always like to see growth, improvement, and change. And that all comes from failure. Every success comes from failure. So it's like we have to change the way that we look at failure. We have to change the way that we adapt to failure, because staying down on the ground every time we fall isn't really getting us anywhere. Like I'm getting to a point now where I'm happy when I fail. Now, do I strive to fail? Not necessarily, but I just understand that each no I get, I'm one step closer to a yes. And that's kind of how you have to look at it. And that's how people who I feel like are great and successful, that's how they look at it. They look at life a lot differently than the rest of us. A lot of us, we have fear of failure versus embracing failures, right? So like we have to get to that level where we embrace failure because we know we're going to come out on top. I heard, I think it was like Steve Harvey. He was talking about how one door closes, and instead of moving forward to the next door, we like to bang on that one door and hope that it opens back up. But whole time there's something better for us. He used an analogy like, oh, you just got fired from your job. Instead of banging on the door asking them to let you back in, why don't you go up the road and get that job that's 10 times better? And we like to dwell on what we have because of our comfort, right? So we're just like, oh, we were comfortable with this in life. Now that things have changed, it's like we don't want to adapt to change. And change is honestly what makes or breaks a person, right? It goes hand in hand with failure. It's another thing of purity. And your failures will be a whole lot less painful once you learn to embrace them. Because I know for me, whenever I fail now, like yesterday, I had some anxiety flare up because I was thinking about the future. I was thinking about what if I fail. I was thinking about what if I lose a certain person in my life. And I just started to embrace it. I started to embody it. I started to say, well, you know what? If I do fail, I'm going to get up and I'm going to try again. So you can't keep me down. So there's no way I can fail. Because when you embrace failure and you learn to overcome it, you can't fail. Like it, in the grand scheme of things, like you can get set back, but you don't fail at something until you quit. Until you give up, you don't fail. It's just really a setback. So I'm really maturing in my mindset towards this, because growing up, I always strayed away from failure. I always rejected myself because I didn't want to fail. I always, I always gave up opportunity because I'm like, I'm not ready for that. I'm not good enough to do this. I'm not good enough to do that. And now, like, I just look at life as I'm going to be okay. No matter what happens, you're going to be okay. Because, guys, tell you the truth, most things in life that we fear of isn't going to kill us. It might embarrass us. It might hurt our little ego, our little feelings, self-esteem, whatever. But once you truly love yourself and you are where you need to be, if you watch my videos and listen to what I say, I'm not trying to be funny and say I know it all, but it will get you there, guys. Because trust me, if a guy like me who was going through what I was going through can get there, you can get there too. So you just have to embrace failure. You have to embrace adversity in life. Because if you're not going through anything, then you're not growing. You're just staying the same. And if you want to stay the same, something is wrong. Something is wrong with you. You need to reevaluate your life. You need to reevaluate your priorities, and you need to get some ambitions, because you can't just live life on autopilot, just accepting whatever is dealt to you. You have to look at life as like, okay, I need to get to this point. What is it going to take? What is it going to take for me to get there? And guess what? Some failures are going to be on that list, because you have to learn from your mistakes. You have to, like how they talked about Thomas Edison. He's the guy with the light bulb, I believe. He was failing several times to create like the light bulb. He failed many times before he got it, but he got it. Just like the Wright brothers with the plane. They didn't get the plane right their first time. No one gets things right their first time. And it just shows how beautiful as human beings we are. It just shows how persistent we can be and how we can overcome with persistence. See, a lot of times we are persistent with things that don't matter, right? We're persistent to get good at that video game, unless you make money playing video games or whatever. Or we're consistent to learn that hobby that we enjoy doing. But we can't be persistent to stick with whatever we need to do to give us the life that we want, right? We want to quit after we lose money. We want to quit after things don't go our way. We want to quit once that situation doesn't go the way we envisioned it going. But a lot of the time we'll fail and we'll end up finding success in a better way than we even imagined. That's how God and the universe works, right? Like, that's how it should be. Because a lot of time we think we know what's best for ourselves, and there's a whole nother plan for us to get there that's even better, that will give you better results than if you would have just did stuff your way. So stop thinking that failure is the beginning of the end, or stop thinking failure is the end all be all. It's really just telling you that you need to keep pushing. That's all it is. Like, I post these videos and sometimes I get 0 views, right? Am I gonna quit posting? No, because I know that the views are coming. I know they're already there. They're just waiting to pop up. But you keep going. But anyway, man, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it provided some value for you guys. I love you guys. See y'all next video.